It is summertime in Southeast Asia and I am baking hot. The temperature outside on Thursday the 7th of March, around about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, is 39 degrees. So hence this is why my hair is in a state and I'm a little bit flustered. A warm welcome to the Asia channel. My name is James and do consider to like and subscribe to the channel. Now, I would say, and many people have said that I'm a truth seeker, and I welcome that, and I really appreciate that, and I just see common sense, and I don't go with any, without any conspiracy theories. I may mention it, but I would like to see the evidence. And this is what I see with the Russian and the Palestinian propagandists. There are a few on YouTube, and they do get loads and loads of views. And what they do is just one side of the story. Now, in the old days with BBC and other newscasters, it was very objective. Here's what's happened. Here's the truth. This is, you can decide if you're for or for against, and that's it. But these Russian or Palestinian pro people on YouTube, they do piss me off. Yep, I did use a bad word, I'll say it again. They do piss me off. Why? Because they always go against America. Okay, that's fine. But when it shows when they're talking about how many arms Russia has, they don't show any evidence. It's only one side. So they would say America can only support the Ukrainian war for another year, then they will have no weapons, and they will show the evidence for that. That's fine. But they will say, but Russia has a high capacity of making bombs, etc. But suddenly there's no evidence. So how are we supposed to believe them? And that's what sorts of ticks me off. So I do like shows like Piers Morgan, etc., who do both sides of the story. His is the Western, and the person on his show may be from the Middle East, for example. I know what some of you may be saying. Hold on a minute, hold on. If you watch NBC or another one in Canada, I've forgotten, ABS, I'm not too sure. With that, they will always go with the American side of what's happening and how bad the Palestinians are and how good the Americans are. Okay, also that is one-sided, but they show more truth in their news than you could possibly see. So they may say something, then they show a video of what they collected live, boots on the ground, so to speak, and they may say this is what's happening, but you can actually see the video itself and you can make it up. You can decide for yourself, is this American propaganda or is this bad for Ukraine, etc., etc. But you would see every story has two sides. So what I try to do when you see a lot of the Chinese propaganda say there's no homeless, there's there's absolute poverty, and these guys say, am I a liar? I must be honest, I'm telling the truth. Yep, they do show the evidence, but they show the evidence on the Chinese side, state propaganda. While it's quite easy to debunk them, because you can just go on Twitter, I can go on, let's just say Twitter, for example, and you can see that this is a news article, or not necessarily, this is a guy on the street filming. There was a gentleman called Guilo60 who's been, he's a Canadian citizen, lived in China for donkey's years, and more recently he has shown, yes, there are homeless people in the streets in China, and here's the evidence. Well, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, he wasn't, and all the others were saying the same thing. There's no homeless in China. He actually found it. So maybe he's being a bit more controversial and a bit more honest and open to saying that China is not perfect. Now, I would love to do a deep dive, and I do have some projects in the pipeline related to some of the things which the Chinese government, the propaganda department of the Chinese government would say, and trying to do a deep dive into that. But it's going to take some time, whether I'll be successful or not. But again, two sides to the story. This is what China says, hey, Let's find out what the people in China say with actual real footage, which is possibly not allowed to be shown on Chinese social media. So if I go back to these people on YouTube who are pro-Russian and obviously very anti-West, and they invite these stars onto their show, like George Galloway, for example, and he would be very pro-Palestine. This is the whole question which I don't get, and I don't understand why these people don't mention it. October the 7th, 2023, Hamas Palestine invaded Israel. Yep, it's there, it's fact. Yep. What happened, we got so much footage and it was horrible. Yep. Now, let's stop it there for a moment, and this is something that I've said before. If Canada invaded the United States of America, would America stand still? No, they would actually go and attack Canada. And that's exactly what Israel had done. I don't know why Hamas did it. I think it's the most stupid thing in the world. Why would you invade something very strong? And you know the consequences. And you know, because they're a very strong army, you don't mess with the Israeli armed forces. You don't mess with the Israeli Secret Service, for example. That's fact. We know that. So why did they do it? Is it just for headlines and they sacrifice the people in Palestine to do so they can get their word out to the world? I don't know. This is me just speculating that, but I think it's the most stupid idea. But a lot of people now on YouTube would say, oh, the poor Palestinians. Well, your government led you to this. Yeah, they did it. They invaded Israel on October the 7th. I don't care about the past. This is the recent history. This is what happened in the last 6-7 months. So when I see, they say, oh, genocide in Palestine, etc. Well, who started it? It wasn't the Israelis, my friend. It was you who invaded. It was the most stupid thing you could ever do. Now, you can agree or disagree. I am being subjective in my point of view, but these propagandists won't say that. They won't mention October the 7th, yeah? And it will just be brushed over with a breeze and now concentrate on how bad Israel is. But think of it in a different scenario in that way. It's food for thought. There's one more thing that I would like to get off my chest. Sorry, God, it's so hot. Even though I've just got the air conditioning on, it's baking. Hey Siri, what's the temperature? Even Siri is too hot. Indoor temperature, I can have a look, it's 32 inside. Literally, it's going to cool down eventually. I've just left the air conditioning on in the whole house. The other one is people like Edward Snowden. Now, Edward used to work for the NSA and he stole secrets from NSA, and then now living in exile in Russia, I do believe. If I'm wrong, please quote me on it. I'm not too sure. And many people support Edward Snowden because the secrets are out. But secrets are meant to be secrets. And for the people who sign a contract like the Official Secrets Act. Now, I worked in Brunei in 1997 to 98. Yeah, it was that time. I worked for the royal family. I had to sign a Official Secrets Act. Whatever happened when I was at work inside the palaces, the royal family's private homes, I could not disclose what I saw. And I saw a lot of things. And everyone who worked in those palaces, exactly the same. It was a secret. You signed for it. If you didn't sign for it, you won't work. So Edward Snowden, regardless of the secrets, you broke the law. So people who support him, I totally disagree with you. You broke the law. You signed an Official Secrets Act in the United States of America, and now you're flogging it off to other people, and that's why you're in exile. I hope you do get extradited to the United States and serve your penalty. Regardless of the secrets, secrets are secrets. They're called a secret for a reason. The public don't need to know. But most of these secrets will be revealed later. Like you see many programs related to the FBI from 40 years ago, 30 years ago. These are declassified. Yeah, that's fine. But these secrets are meant to keep us safe. You can agree again or you can disagree. I think I've whinged long enough, and do leave some comments whether you agree or you disagree with me. Do you think I'm an absolute loopy-loo, or do you agree with me? Or do you have some other points of view? This is what the comment form is for people to watch the video and see what people from around the world suggest. But I always believe that there's two sides to the argument. I do believe that these people who praise Russia and Hamas and Hezbollah, whoever, and say they're wonderful people, etc., etc., they should actually go and interview someone who isn't anti. Yeah, but don't bully them. But this is something they can't do. They're not very good at interview techniques on the opposite side. They're very good at interviewing people who agree with them, but that's the most easy interview in the world to do. So I'm just spreading my voice here, and if anyone's watching at the end, please do give me a little rainbow just to know that you got to the end. And I'm going to leave it there for now. God bless to all. Thank you so much for your time. It's one thing I could never give back to you. And if you are here, hello, subscribe, like, thanks, share. And if you do want to, I don't know, donate some money to my Kitty Cat Foundation, the links are in Super Thanks or in Patreon. There's all the links in the description below. Yeah, time to go. Bye-bye for now.